Welcome, boys and gals, partners and lasses, to our little podcast.
Sound like a farm girl.
I am a farm gal. It's not girl, it's gal. From the ranches of Idaho. I don't know what that was.
I don't either.
Like a farm muppet is what
Yeah,
that
farm
sounded
muppet.
like.
That's what my friend used to call me in high school.
You little farm muppet.
Little farm muppet.
Well, you know what's funny about that? When I lived in Idaho, like, this is gonna make you giggle, so
Can't wait. I
prepare
love
to
giggling.
just laugh and giggle until you poop.
Who tells the poop jokes? You were saying that I tell poop jokes. You tell poop
I know.
jokes.
I took that poop joke from
You
you.
did.
You wanted it, but I took it.
Uh-huh.
When I lived in Idaho, I was accused of being too city. Is that funny?
What the heck does that mean?
I know. And then when I'm here, it's like, you're kind of country.
Wait, what's city? What does that mean?
It's like
You like running water?
no,
You love electricity?
because I didn't go hunting with the family every weekend.
Your
and
family's never been hunting.
Well, my parents always did it as kids, and then my dad vowed to himself after shooting a deer, I shall never bring this curse upon my
Wait
family.
a second. So your dad went hunting as a teenager, shot a deer, and felt terrible about it, and so never wanted to do it again?
That's not exactly how it went. My dad felt like he was forced from infancy to go camping and hunting and hiking. And he's like, and he hated it. Like, there was times that it was fun, but when you're forced to do something over and over again, it's like it holds in just like a spiky negative place in your heart.
Right.
And so then when I was a teenager, my mom was like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna go camping. And then my dad said, here's $50, go buy yourself something nice at the mall, I'll watch the kids. And that's how he just
and you've never been camping?
He put out that fire real quick.
That's funny.
And I mean, like, I slept outside maybe in my backyard maybe once. I don't know if I've ever oh my gosh, it's trying to attack me right now.
It is serious.
I don't know if I've ever made it through a whole night, but I think I have. I think I can.
Speaking of your dad giving your mom $50
Dude,
and putting out that fire. Last podcast we had somewhat of a debate. Not just, well, you and I didn't have a debate, but a lot of our kind viewers were kind of wondering what we meant by
marriage is hard.
And I don't know if we said it that way. I don't think we did. But in general, when people say marriage is work, what does that mean, and what does it entail, and why is it work? And can I go? You want to go?
This is too much work.
See, and here's my opinion. Life is difficult. It is.
True that.
If you have a job you absolutely love, there's going to be things about that job that drive you nuts. If you... everything in life, even the things in life that you probably love the most. We had this dog that we absolutely loved.
Loved it.
There's certain things about this dog that drove us nuts.
Yeah.
I love Disneyland. There's certain things about going to Disneyland that I can't stand. There are a lot of things in life that are beautiful and wonderful and worthwhile, and with every single one of these things, there are elements that drive you nuts, or there are things that you have to work through, or they take effort. And so when we say marriage takes work, it just means it's not all about me.
And
I've got to focus on the other person and forget about myself, and that's where the work comes in, I guess.
Right.
Because it works, marriage works because she's doing the same thing.
Right.
And conflict arises when she's forgetting about herself and thinking about me, but I'm forgetting about her and thinking more about me.
Yeah.
And so that's for us where you have to work.
And where the work comes in is, like, also, you've always been an I, you know?
Right.
And your mind is trained to, you know, think about how you're feeling. You don't know what's on the other person's inside, you know? So, I'm
going to let you keep talking. I have to plug this in because the battery's going to die.
It's plugged in.
What? The switcheroo I did didn't work because we have a power situation. It's going to die in that much time.
Oh, okay.
So I've got to switch. So keep going. I apologize.
Yeah.
Instead of stopping the podcast and restarting, I'm going to do a MacGyver real quick.
Okay.
And this is how MacGyver gets off of a pillow that he's sitting on.
So, and that's how MC Hammer dances. Okay, it's gonna die. It's gonna die.
Sorry, forgot.
Anyways, so you're trained. Your body is trained your brain is trained to think about your own person, right? And so when you have to be thinking about the other person, like, it's just not what you're used to. So, and it's a constant effort, like you have to constantly be thinking about, am I putting the other person's feelings first? And it's easy to get.
We're gonna have to slide this.
We're gonna slide you back.
This is.
So, oh my goodness, so unprofessional. Things are going awry. Anyways, you just need to make sure that you're focusing on your partner and putting them first, because that's how you keep it successful. Okay, come and sit with me, Angel. I was thinking about your feelings, and that's why I called you an angel.
Thank you.
We were so close, and now we're so far. I can hardly see you now.
So I've, just real quick about me sitting on the floor. You guys don't understand. Maybe some of you do. When you're a big dude or big gal, I assume, because I've never been a big gal, I've only been a big dude in my days. Sitting on the floor is painful. I'm down 65 pounds, so I can do it. And it's not extremely, like, comfortable yet. Like, Cassie's just chilling over here, like the most comfortable gal on the list.
On the floor.
But for me, it's not, like, extremely comfortable yet. But, it's getting there. Down 65.
Right now, he's sitting crisscross applesauce, and that is crazy.
Yeah, because... Yeah, anyways, I don't want to get off subject, but I'm just like...
You know what lingo I have a problem with?
What?
Cray-cray. I know I'm old. I know I'm, like, the oldest... Just
they were talking about that on the show you liked today, weren't they?
Yeah.
What show was that?
The Talk.
Oh, yeah.
You just wanted me to say it. But,
I don't mind cray-cray.
I know, you've used it several times.
Yeah.
Like, cray-cray, like, what? That's not a real word.
You're just cray-cray.
Is it, like, crazy, but then you go cray-cray?
Mm-hmm.
Like that?
Yeah, I think so.
I just, like, how do you guys feel about cray-cray? Because I'm not sure... if I'm gonna get used to it, and then I'm just gonna be
We're
like,
here to stay.
I'm just gonna be like cray-craying it all over the place.
Oh, you're already cray-cray. You don't even know.
Ma, this lasagna is cray-cray.
Oh, speaking about mom and cray-cray lasagna. So my mom, for those of you who don't know, we moved out of our place. We're at my parents' until we moved to Idaho. So it'll be about a month or so.
The coolest cats around.
Cassie usually makes dinner, which is really nice of her. But today we were busy and Cassie didn't. My mom was making enchiladas. My mom likes to make quilts. And
what?
Sunday,
that doesn't have to do with enchiladas?
Sunday she was cutting some material and sliced her thumb pretty good. So she's making enchiladas today. And she's wrapping them. And I see some red on the tortilla. And I'm just thinking, that's some really red sauce, whatever.
It's kind of pinkish
sauce
now.
Yeah. And then she looks, and she's like, oh my gosh. And her whole thumb was bleeding. And
she bled all
she wasn't in pain.
And
once I realized she wasn't in pain, I started laughing really hard. And she's like, oh no, we can't eat these now. And all serious, I was like, Mom, we could eat these. Because the oven cooks real hot, and it'll kill all the germs and everything. It's fine. She thought I was serious for a second.
That's funny. It's funny. My mom ruins food like, kind of a lot. Love you, Mom. But she does. She just gets busy, and then she forgets that she's put 7 hours into a meal. And then she leaves it in the oven for too long. And then our classic thing in my family is we say, the Jell-O! Because my mom always forgets. She always ruins Jell-O. Anyways, if she, like, burns a meal or it's just yucky, then they stand by as KFC. My dad's like, well, off to buy a bucket of chicken. Then we just eat some KFC, and it's one of the KFC A&Ws. So you just eat some chicken and drink some root beer, and it's a hoot and holler and good time. Yay, Mom, thanks for being a crappy cook.
When we first got married, Mom, we did KFC nights frequently.
And we got a bucket of Mountain Dew. A bucket of Mountain Dew. Potato wedgies. I said wedgies, not wedges.
A bucket of Mountain Dew?
It was like a bucket. It had a handle. Do you remember?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And
it did. It wasn't a 2-liter. It was like
chicken.
Yeah.
And then, like, after we'd been married for 4 months, I'm like, holy cow, I'm 15 pounds heavier and not 15 pounds happier.
And I said, Cassie, that's 15 pounds more to love.
Oh, and so as soon as he said that,
I never said that.
I instantly, my body revolted.
I never said that.
And dropped 5 of those pounds.
I never said that.
One of the other questions that we got on our last video, no thank you, I'm water intolerant.
Every time I drink, my body just leaks it out. It's so weird.
I've stopped.
It's so weird. And it smells like asparagus.
Oh, gross. You need to hydrate more, sounds like. One of the other questions we were asked on our last video is, are you guys planning on having more children? Let's answer on 3. 1, 2, 3. No.
Heck no. Oh.
Yeah, yes. We are.
Yes, we want a total of 2, maybe 3 offspring.
That's the truth.
But if it'll help our YouTube career, we'll take 8 or 9.
No, we won't. We actually won't, so no.
You know, up until the time that I got married, I always wanted 7 or 8 kids.
No, this was a subject of conversation when we were engaged. He's like, I think I'd like 5 kids. I'm like, what? Dog, you be cray cray. I didn't. I started cray cray in that instant.
No, she didn't.
But there's no way. I said I think I would like 2 max. End of story. And
now you're like 2.
Maybe 3. It depends. If the next one is just like awesome, then I'll be like, I have 2 awesomes. I just need like a 3rd to just, because they say for like design, you should never do things in evens. You should do things in odds.
We're talking about humans, though.
I know, and what a magical design is a human. It's like the most magicalist of designs. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding about the whole design thing.
It's funny.
Maybe.
So we own OurLittlePlanet.tv, and I haven't really showed anyone this website yet. Yeah, I linked it to a Tumblr account, and you can check it out. I've been messing with it, and I'm saying this here for the first time. I haven't mentioned this anywhere else.
Announcement!
And so I was going to stick with the Tumblr thing, but what I think I'm going to do is make it more of a blog. So post each video on it, and then this is me typing, I'm waving my fingers, kind of a description or maybe just kind of a backstory to it. Nothing too intense, but maybe a paragraph or so under each one. And so do you guys blog at all? Are you on Blogger or Tumblr or any of those things? Let me know. And again, OurLittlePlanet.tv is in its infancy right now. There's a lot of issues with it, but you're welcome to check it out, bookmark it or anything or whatever. And we're going to start an email list on that as well.
Cool.
Because we want something that we own. I mean, in the unlikely event that something happens to YouTube or something else, whatever, we want to make sure that we have a place that we can all gather.
Our safe place.
Our safe place.
In case of the apocalypse,
That's
everyone
right.
gather there.
And OurLittlePlanet.tv is a good place to do that. So just wanted to share that with you guys. And we'll announce it once it's all squared away. We'll announce it officially and stuff. But since you guys are the inner circle, wanted to tell you first.
Woohoo! You're the champions. You're the first ones.
It was the other day. Cassie was sick, and I picked up a guy on the streets because that's what I did. Paid him $20 to ride around with me, and a lot of people loved it. Pretty much everyone loved it. There was one or two people who didn't love it and were kind of offended at me and offended at the idea of what I did, which is fine. You know, we all have our own opinions and stuff, and it's all good. No love lost. But I think a lot of people don't understand how and where I found this person. Can we talk about this real quick?
Sure. You got 4
minutes. And so people in different
Go.
parts of the world or in different parts of the country might not have this same thing in their area. Basically, in around nurseries or in England they call them DIY stores, like Home Depot or Lowe's or places like that. There are people who stand out front and they're willing to work for, it's usually around here like $10 an hour, and you pick them up and they work for you for $10 an hour and lunch or whatever. And so it wasn't like I mean, and you can't get around it. I picked someone up off the street that I didn't know, but it's not like
everyone does it.
Not like I just randomly picked up someone who was walking their dog and said, "Hey, you want to ride with me?"
You want to ride with me, please, guy?
Generally speaking, these people are of Hispanic descent, and I've talked to many of them.
But there's a lot of people there that are just like don't have a job and they need it.
Right.
They need a way to make some money and bring some bread home.
And the theory is that they're all illegal, and they're not. Some of them might be, some of them aren't. Some of them, they're just everyone. And there are people of all ethnicities who do it. You know, when we first got married, I was stressed about money, and for a split second I thought, you know what? I know for a fact that if I stand on this corner with all these guys, I'm going to work today and make $100. And that's what I needed at the time. Mm-hmm. And I didn't do it, but I thought, you know what? I might do it. And a lot of these guys speak perfect English. A lot of these guys, they're just guys who are looking for work. And Las Vegas was one of the cities hit hardest with the economic crisis and the foreclosures. We were like number one for foreclosures forever. And so there's a lot of construction people out of business, out of work. And so they're just trying to find work where they can. So that's kind of what it is. I'm not trying to start controversy, but for those who don't understand or don't have situations like that in their area, I just kind of want to explain it. And there's cooling stations here, which are basically things that the city has put up, like buildings the city's put up with water, air conditioning, misters, and misses.
Those people.
Just kidding, misters. For those people, so they can cool off while they're looking for work. So it's like a real official thing. Now, if they work over a certain number of hours, if you pay them a certain amount, you have to do W-2s and everything. But anyways, there you have it.
And the guy that you picked up was from Orange County. He grew up in Guadalajara, but I cut that clip out. Yeah, he's a U.S. citizen. He grew up in Orange County.
And that's why,
That's why he spoke perfect English.
And he was flying somewhere in 2 weeks. He was flying to like North Dakota for work.
Don't you know?
And if you fly, you got to show ID. Trust me, I've flown before. I really have.
Me too.
I really have.
And on that just strong, powerful note, that concludes just this beautiful conversation we've all had together this fine evening or morning or afternoon.